very casual.
Perfect. Okay. Hold on, how did that happen? What? Okay. Wait, it says it's disconnected. Okay, now it's connecting. Okay. Oh, we have connected. We are on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah.
Hello, everybody. We were having some problems with our Facebook, but we are all good now.
I was just being I don't have anything embarrassing in the background, but I think I'm good.
Yeah. Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so you are here. I am Dre Thompson. I'm the Executive Vice President of Startup Tucson. Nicole, introduce yourself.
I'm Nicole Dull. I'm the Executive Director over at Hotel McCoy, which is an art hotel here in Tucson.
And we are really excited to talk to you today about IdeaFunding more generally. Super excited about IdeaFunding. I'm going to share a little bit about that. But what I really wanted to talk to you about and also have Nicole on here to talk about is the Resiliency Awards. These are debuting at IdeaFunding 2021. They are brand new and they are really recognizing the amazing grit, creativity, innovation that our Main Street businesses have had, and also our creative entrepreneurs as well. And also some of our behind the scenes heroes that have been really making the best of a really challenging situation. And the part that I always seem to bury is that they are a cash award of $1,500. And also, they have some really wonderful perks that we're going to talk to Hotel McCoy about because they are one of the lead sponsors for the Resiliency Awards. So if you are brand new to IdeaFunding, never heard about it, here's what it is. It is Southern Arizona's largest entrepreneurial conference. It's been going for 25 years. It is a signature event in the before times of 10 West Impact Festival, but it is a full day focusing on innovation. And so we have a big pitch competition that's part of it. We're giving away $65,000 to startup companies to help them get up and off the ground and build amazing companies here in Southern Arizona. And so that's always been part of IdeaFunding, is kind of recognizing innovators, supporting them through workshops, keynotes, speakers. This year, some of our plenary speakers you might have heard before, Kirsten Cinema, Mayor Regina Romero, along with a number of fantastic panels. So that's all going. But what was really different about this year was wanting to recognize and acknowledge the hard work that our innovators on the Main Street, our small businesses have been doing, our creative entrepreneurs, our makers, folks that have lost income because the markets have been closed, their Main Street has been closed, all the different things that have been thrown at these entrepreneurs. We wanted to recognize their innovation and really celebrate it through this prize. So that's kind of a little bit of the background here. The IdeaFunding is our title sponsor is the Arizona Commerce Authority. We're really excited about that. McGuire Center for Innovation at the University of Arizona, Pima Community College are co-presenting sponsors. And then we have a whole host of incredible sponsors, and a number of which who are supporting these prizes in particular. One of those awesome sponsors is Hotel McCoy. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about, I wanted Nicole to talk a little bit about why Hotel McCoy wanted to get involved with this. So Nicole, what was kind of part of your decision of Hotel McCoy becoming a sponsor for one of the resiliency prizes?
I think for me and for us, resiliency is one of our favorite words. I mean, this hotel came up on a corner in a part of town where everyone told us we wouldn't make it and that our concept wasn't strong enough. And we not only made it, but we held our heads up high during COVID and survived. But out of Christ, like myself and all of my coworkers are feeling the mental strain. We are resilient. We are rising, but recognition for that resiliency and that survival goes a long way. So when at IdeaFunding, which is already such a cool event, threw in the Resiliency Awards. That word alone got me. But what I really love about these awards is we see like small business awards all the time and leadership awards. And it feels really good to be recognized. Anytime I've been nominated or won something, it makes me feel validated, which is cool. But what sets these ideas apart is that the nomination process is really transparent. So anybody can win. Also, you can nominate yourself, which is so because sometimes with these awards and you're like, that's me, but I'm gonna look weird if I nominate myself. But also, someone else may not know everything that you did. Like, I don't think anybody knows 100% of what I do every day. They maybe know like 20%. So if you know that you're kicking booty out there and being super resilient and recognition, this is great. And then lastly, $1,500. Like, I love my trophies, but I love more. So this just to me was sort of like the People's Leadership and Business Awards and recognizing one of my favorite.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. And you had some really creative ideas. So not only is Hotel McCoy sponsoring one of the actual cash prizes, you also had a great idea about adding an incentive for nominators. Can you talk a little bit about if you nominate someone, what is part of what you get too?
Oh yeah, if you nominate someone, you get a promo code for a discount at Hotel McCoy, and you can come stay with us. And I'll tell you what, I am like so sorry, I can't remember the exact amount we said for the promo code.
That's because we're being resilient. You also get entered into a raffle. We have some incredible community prizes. We have local makers and artisans, these amazing baskets. So just by nominating someone, you get to participate in the bounty and get recognized for, just because we know it's really hard. Everyone is really stretched thin right now. And sometimes even just looking on the website, writing, we've tried to make the application process as simple as and easy as possible. There's just a couple of questions. Who's nominating it? Who are you nominating? Which prize? And then tell, 2 questions or 3 questions about it. So we really tried to make it easy and simple. But I really loved it because Nicole was really advocating that just for nominating, you should get a little bit of a perk and a prize.
Thank you. So part of that comes from, anytime we have a bad, like I'm human, I'm the same. If I have a bad experience somewhere, I'm like, I'm going to leave a review and let my voice be heard. But when I have a good experience, I think I'm going to leave a good review. And then sometimes I don't. So when we have positive things to say, because everybody watching this, I'm sure, is tapped out, we don't have a lot of like resource and energy to, like you said, go to a website, enter in stuff. But a little like recognition for that effort is worth it. I also love raffles. Like if you give me a raffle ticket, I'm a happy person. Like they're so fun. The prizes are really great. So yeah, it's like the nominator gets one. And think about it. If you nominate yourself, you get a raffle.
You're already winning.
$1,500.
The other really cool thing that Hotel McCoy is doing is all of the semi-finalists will also be getting a staycation as part of this. So we will have a certain number of folks that will be nominated. They'll rise up to the level. We have a committee that will select the semi-finalists. We'll announce the finalists at IdeaFunding on April 15th. But what's really cool is we understand that these folks need a break. And I personally had a COVID staycation at Hotel McCoy because I needed it, and it was a lifesaver for me. And so it's really cool. That's actually something that the semifinalists will be able to participate in. So I wanted to just share my screen really quickly and walk you through the process of how you actually apply for these. So this has been some of the questions people have been having. How do I do it? Where do I go? So you go to startuptucson.com/IdeaFunding, and here's the whole page on IdeaFunding where you're going to learn the schedule. You're going to see all of our amazing sponsors that are participating and are really contributing to this day. You're going to see some of our amazing speakers that are participating, and you're going to want to go to the Community Awards. You click on that. And then it talks a little bit about it. So here's kind of the rules of it. So the application closes on March 14th. So you have just about a week. And we have 2 different kind of categories: brick and mortar or artisanal maker creative. So, and it has little descriptions of what actually qualifies as that. Brick and mortar is pretty obvious if you're a small business that has a location. And then the artisanal maker creative. So this, we're really targeting folks that their primary method of reaching customers. So, folks that you might see at markets, folks that do live presentations that have been impacted. That's the other category. Within those, we have visionary leadership, behind the scenes heroes, and innovation engine. So you can kind of select, the innovation engine is kind of a catch-all in case the person that you really want to celebrate or the business that you really want to celebrate doesn't fit under particularly those two. So that's kind of how you do it. And you are able to just click the application and it takes you, I've already taken mine. I've already been, oh, there we go. I got a refreshed one. So you can start to enter in that. And you can nominate multiple people. And that's kind of how you do it.
I really love categories too. I don't know if we were going to.
Yeah, talk about that. Talk about the categories, because this was part of our conversations too.
Small business, a lot of times you'll see people recognized in the same categories, and it gets like kind of disappointing when you want to nominate someone and they don't fit in that niche. So I love the last one. Tell me again,
the innovation engine.
Yeah, because it's like, if you don't fit in the other two, you can still nominate them. You can still nominate yourself. You can still help someone win $1,500. And, if we were cheesier people, we might have called these the pandemic pivot awards. But was really, had most people had to completely restructure their business, which is owning a small business or running a small business or being a part of a small business is already really hard. And it's a lot of effort and energy. And then when you throw a pandemic in it and you have to do everything differently. So this is a chance to recognize those people that maybe you haven't been able to before because they didn't fit into the category. And then I love behind the scenes is a category near and dear to my heart. That is to nominate those executive assistants, assistant general managers, sous chefs, line cooks, servers, people who aren't the owner and director that you see in every article, but people that are doing a bunch of work. And I implore every director or owner or high up manager who's watching this, if you have someone who works right under you and that they've been doing a ton of work and your name's been recognized a bunch, nominate them and tell everybody else to nominate them because they deserve recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. So big key takeaways from this. The application date is closing March 14th. So be sure to get your nominations in. Just for nominating, you get raffle tickets. And also the winners receive $1,500. We have a number of prizes, so you can complete them in those different categories. And we're just really hoping to dig out some of those stories that we aren't seeing every day. There's some people that are that are in the media, that you've seen them, you see their face, they're a familiar character, and we are so grateful for them and the way that they're an advocate and a vocal promoter of Tucson. But we also want people that are not always seen, that are not always visible. We've already been having some amazing stories come through, and I'm just really excited to share these at IdeaFunding. We're going to be able to celebrate your business, tell the story of resilience that has been so inspiring, and also just kind of get your name out there. So if you're a small business and you are really looking to grow, share, speak up, stand up, tell us your story so that people can get to know more about the hard work that you've been doing. So just before we hop off, if you have any questions or if there's anything that you've had about wanting to know more about this, drop it into the comments box and we will get to it. But before we wrap up, Nicole, can you tell me anything that has been really, what stories have you been inspired through this pandemic? Can you tell me anything that has been a story of resilience from your perspective that you're excited to share?
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about, if you know the business, Tipsy Picasso's with JJ as the owner, and JJ used to come and lead these awesome sip and paint nights at the hotel and all over town. And you would go and she would lead you through how to paint a beautiful canvas, and even very untalented people like me would have something that was on the wall. And part of it was just her energy and element of gathering. And so this pandemic really rocked JJ's world. And I just saw in about a week's time of really us realizing that the world was changing, she pivoted, sorry to use that word, and very resilient, and moved her business to an online platform where you could like order the materials. She picked them up at a drop-off spot and then get on Zoom and do the paint classes. And you could still be with people on Zoom and still get the paint experience and still have JJ's really awesome personality light up your home. So I thought that was so cool for someone who built her own business based on the idea of gathering. She just was like, all right, so we're doing this. Okay. And one of the most resilient people I know.
That is really exciting. And those things, those small things that people did to just really quickly move have been so instrumental in all of our lives. I've been taking advantage of those online things to just keep me connected to our community and keep me excited and just laughing at the end of the day, all those small things that we miss. So that's really helpful. Okay, so a question is, can we nominate an individual? And the answer is definitely yes. And that's probably going to be a really strong fit for, well, so you can nominate them as a visionary leader. So in either category, the brick and mortar or the artisanal maker creative, you can nominate a visionary leader, a behind the scenes hero, an innovation engine. All of them are individuals. And then also that is a really strong fit. A lot of the folks that are in the creative or maker space are going to be individual small businesses, solopreneurs. And so that is a totally good fit for them. And if you have any questions as you're filling it out, like please feel free, Dre@startuptucson.com, shoot me a line. I'll get back to you right away if you have any questions about how to apply or who really qualifies. I would always just say err on submitting it because this is new. This is a new award. And so we wanted to leave it a bit open-ended. And that's why we did have the innovation engine. So if it's a story you want to tell but doesn't quite fit into those categories, you can always use that one. So really, we'll be able to sort it out. This is, being read by real people, and so we'll be able to figure it out and put them into the right category and make it all make sense on the back end. So if you're not sure, just apply, and we won't disqualify you because you tagged them in the wrong category or something like that. So that's definitely not a problem. Okay, so if there are no further questions, then we are just really grateful to have had this quick chance to talk to you about the Resiliency Awards. Remember, you're nearing in just 1 week to be able to apply and submit for them. So get your fingers ready and get online and start sharing your stories of resilience so that we can celebrate you and you can have some cash in your pockets too.
Yay!
All right, thank you, Nicole, so much for joining me for this and for being such an advocate and a supporter of these stories of resilience, and for being such an example of resilience yourself. You guys have really knocked it out of the park this year, and I have personally been inspired by your resilience, and so it just made so much sense to bring you in as this part of this project.
Likewise.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.